Hello everyone, I'm Prateek. So guys, GATE result is out and we have our rank, score, everything ready. And now the next step is how we should proceed in filling up the forms. What are the next steps? And the most common question among all the students now is what are my options? Whether with this score I'm going to get admission in IIT Mumbai or whether I'm going to get any admission. So this video, I'll try to keep it very simple because there is so much confusion everywhere related to what course I can get with these marks and this score and which is the better option. So I will try to make it for everyone. So whether your score is 300 that you just qualified the exam or your score is 962 corresponding to first rank, I'll tell you each and every step, what all options you have. And rather than this, the more important thing is once you have your score ready and you have all the options, what all sequence or what all priorities you're going to set. So because with one score you might get two, three options, which one to select, which one to go is one very important question and is an important decision also because this will control your whole future. Uh, this video, I will try to cover everything, like whatever options you have. But in the coming video, so I'm making an entire series of it. I will try to break down the score-wise videos. So if your score is, let's say, from 300 to 400, what all options you have, what all things we can do in the coming days. All right, so whether I should prepare again, I should go for a job, or I should take any NIT or any other college, what all options I have. Similarly, from 400 to 500, let's say 500 plus to 600, 650, and all ranges. All right. So depending upon that, you can take a call. Uh, it will be more detailed for that particular score range in the coming video series. As of now, this is an overview for everyone, so you will have an idea like I have something in mind. The important thing which I want you people to understand and keep in mind, please don't worry and don't have any fear what will happen next because there are many, many options, guys. Believe me, I will tell you why there are many, many options. I am currently, and I'm working from many years in the industry. I'm currently working in Jaguar Land Rover. So I know how the industry is moving towards data science, moving towards ML and AI courses. And it is not mandated that you need to have a big degree to enter into this domain, which is very, very good. I have so many students who have already made a transition from, even after IITs, made a transition from aerospace to this domain, and it is a very high paying domain. But what is needed, how to start, because it's a very vast thing. You will find so many lectures on this. But for this data science ML, I'll keep a separate video. I don't want to give you all the information in one. So let's keep this video simple, understand how the score works, and then what all options you have, and then I'll go in detail in the coming videos. All right. So going to the next, just to give you an overview, so that I can refer the score, what you can expect in the coming slide. So we already at Goodwill Gate to IIT have All India rank 1 in Gate Aerospace 2024. Kundan has scored, and I will show you his scorecard, his marks, his the score in the coming slide. So this is one very important and very, I can say, happy moment for us. I have seen people saying this time paper was easy, but believe me, guys, your score doesn't bother about that. Your marks, your rank are different thing, and the criteria to get into IITs, which is your gate score, is entirely different thing. So please, first of all of you remove this thing from your mind that this time paper was easy, so score will go high. No, nothing like this. It will be normalized like always. All right. So not only first rank, if you see, Piyush also got All India 5 rank, and I just want to show you the difference in scores because these are like very high rank and scores, right? So from where we'll start, and then we will go slowly towards the lower range, and we will see all the possibilities. So I really want to thank Kundan and Piyush for their hard work and getting these rank. Okay, so coming to their scorecard, so that you people know what all marks and score we are dealing with. So this is the first rank, and the score, if you can see, is 962, and he has scored 86.33. All right, so this is the best for aerospace this year. And if you can see in the Piyush scorecard, his marks is 80. So if you see from 86 to 80, the rank is shuffled from 1 to 5. He has 5 All India rank, and his score is 889. Now, this is the major thing. If you see, the score has already jumped around 70, 962 to 889, with a gap of four ranks. So what I'm trying to portray here is, please don't worry about what is your rank. In the end, score, it's not like the cutoff of every IIT will increase by 100. Nothing like this will happen. It will be exactly in the similar range, plus minus 10. So you can expect whatever I'm telling you, the similar range and the similar offers, so that you can take an educated call when you're filling your forms, and when you're setting your priorities. I'll tell you the priority is important when you will fill the forms in the coming slides. All right, so this is not related to this video, this particular session, but I just want to give you an overview that we have already started the admissions for 2025 Feb batch. All right, we are already in March, so this batch we are starting, and admissions are open for this. And you will get everything. I don't want to enter into these details, but this is just an overview, like what all things are offered. So you have live classes, you have video lectures portal, you have online test series, which is exactly like Gate portal, and you have the study material books, which are in hard copies. All right, so the details of this you can find in many other videos. Let's come back to our main intention of today's video, to understand uh, how these things will work. So first thing is, you have seen in the scorecard as well, we have for aerospace engineering this time cutoff of 33.3 for general category, and 29.9 for OBC, and 22.1 for other SC, ST, and PWD categories. Now, this is only for your reference. I have written gate score factor. So this is nothing but how many marks you have multiplied by the score factor, your score is decided. So you can easily check with your scorecard. You will find, if you divide your score with your marks, you will get this score, so that everyone is on the similar page. This is typically done because you are applying in other domain, another streams as well. So it should not be like aerospace was easy, mechanical was difficult. So you get a high score. So everyone is on the similar page. So gate score is calculated. Don't worry about it for now, because you already have a score with you. So but that score matters. You don't want to understand how score is calculated. All right. So now with this, I'll start about the major options. So guys, uh, I have seen this from many years, and this is still the trend. IISc Bangalore is always the first priority. So I'm not talking anything about DRDO people, because I know from my people, like few starting people are completely looking for DRDO entry only, and that's why they have worked so hard. But I'm not talking about that. Let's talk about the general case. So first course which always, or first institute which people will always look into, is IISc Bangalore. And if you see the cutoff, typically cutoff is 806 for general case. You have direct MTech course for aerospace engineering in IISc Bangalore. And this is for all people. This is the cutoff I'm saying. So this is not the marks. This is not the score with which you're going to get the admission. All right, it will be something. This is the cutoff. So above this, you will be eligible to fill the form. So maybe because of more number of people going for IISc Bangalore, this can go to 820, 830, 840. That depends upon how many people above 806 are applying for this. So depending upon number of seats, that's what the option people will have. And in every cutoff, I will be showing you the cutoff for OBC. There is no cutoff for SC and ST in this case, and for the other categories. All right, but mainly I'll be focusing on general OBC, SC, ST because that's more general criteria. But we have same numbers for other categories as well. So IISc Bangalore, everyone knows, is very high standard, first priority. Always want to people want to enter into IISc. Brilliant institute. Bangalore is a beautiful place. Placements are excellent. The tag is brilliant. The only institute which is better than IITs. So definitely this is the first choice after people wanting to go into the RDO. All right. So this is one. This is for very high rank or high score people. Now in IISc Bangalore, you also have another option, which is MTech in research. All right, they will specify this as MTech research. And if you see the cutoff, and I'm talking about the lower cutoff, all right, so the least marks, what is expected. So if you see, this is very much less compared to 806. So what I want you people to understand this, typically people have a feeling that my score is 600. I cannot go into IISc Bangalore because it is for only top 10, top 10 people. It is not the case. All right. The reason I'm telling you is you have an option which is slightly different option. I know it is slightly different. I'm not going into like what is the curriculum, what you're going to study, what you're going to do in this MTech research, because that is, as I told you, I will prepare all the separate videos. But as of now, my intention is that with this score, what you can do. So with 600 score, you have an option for IISc Bangalore. This is an important thing. All right. So once I'll prepare the video, or once I'll share the video, let's say between 600 to 700 score, what all options you have. So I will include this. You need not to note it down. There is no point of doing that. I will prepare for every score what all options you have. You can just keep those options in mind. All right. Now, if you see the list below, right, aerospace engineering I have highlighted in detail because this is our core. That's what you can say our bread and butter is. But apart from this, you can go to multiple other courses also. All right. So the only reason of highlighting this computational and data science is because it's a good course in IISc Bangalore. All right. You will learn a lot. It will upskill you, and it is good for placements as well. Apart from this, you have earth science. I'm not talking about high energy physics, that although aerospace people are eligible for this, but if you see the cutoff, right, it is more than, it is minimum is 800. So why not to go with our core aerospace if this is my score? So I don't suggest people going for this topic. But if you see the other courses, right, you see mathematical sciences, you see management studies, all these are MTech research options. And similarly, they say this as Coral, which is Center for Atmospheric and Oceanic Sciences. You see, there is an option. It's not like this is the, if your score is very less, you don't absolutely have any option for IISc Bangalore. It is not. You have the option and you have some numbers in front of you. All right, so you can see you have, first of all, remove this from your mind that I don't have an option in IISc if I'm not top 10. Definitely not in aerospace engineering domain. Definitely not in this direct MTech, but you have in research and you have various options. All right, then in the end, we will see if my score is 600, is it worth to go for earth sciences? Because in other in IIT Mumbai, maybe IIT Bombay, you will be getting a very good course. That is where that priority comes. So IISc I know is good, but rather than institute, you should look into the course, because in the end, course will get you a job. All right, the guys, I am saying this because I am in industry from so many years. I'm not talking about people like who only have academic knowledge or they don't know how industry works and they give so many advice. I don't want you people to go into those, I can say, side. Understand how the industry works, understand what industry is want is requiring this time, what we need to learn, should I go for this course or not, what after 2 years of your course will be in demand. Everyone knows data science, data science, data science, so is it valid, should I learn it? It should not be like you should just start preparing for data science. You should understand these things. So slowly I will develop your concepts related to what is required in industry. I have seen people just blindly following, just learn CAD CAM. No, nothing. You are not going to get any single job if you just learn CAD CAM. No, it is not valid. I have seen people just learning simple NX softwares. All right, so they will simply learn SolidWorks. It will not going to land you a job for sure because no one is interested in those softwares. Only those softwares. It is an add-on. It is very good. So that thing we'll see later. So you need to keep those things also in mind when you're selecting a course. I again repeat this. Please don't go behind an institute like IISc Bangalore or IIT Mumbai or IIT Kanpur or IIT Kharagpur. See what course you are getting in that. That is the most important thing. So doing a course from a biggest institute in the world doesn't make sense if you're not going to get a job, and doing a valid course which is required in the industry from an good institute is more beneficial for your future. All right, but still, as of now you have an option, so you please don't worry that I have seen people doing in this video in my class also when I have shared this, that with when I say 600 they start writing down whose ever score is 600, right? They start writing it down, IISc Bangalore, these options. Don't do that. I will prepare a video if your score is 600, and then we will have a list what all options you have. So IISc Bangalore, IIT Mumbai, IIT Madras, IIT Kharagpur, all options we're going to write, and then we will see which one is good and which one is bad, and which one to choose. All right, next slide. So IISc Bangalore offers the program which is Master of Design. So this is the third option. All right, and if you see in this, you have, I have written all the courses which are eligible for which aerospace people are eligible. So when you have written your GATE AE, you're eligible. So if you see, there are again 4 options in this. I'm not going in detail of what you're going to learn in this as of now. Later we'll see. But if you see the score, I can see 590, 700, 680, and 500. So even with 500 people are entering into this, just to add into this, I have few students from last year batch who got climate sciences, right? Yeah, this one, Earth and Climate Sciences, and his score was 562. This is one person who got this, and he opted for this. His major criteria was to go into IISc Bangalore only, and he was having other options, but he was very stringent in going into IISc Bangalore and then learning different skills, different softwares as well. Another person with a score of 509 in the same batch also got this. I'm just giving you an examples. Last year, my student Aditya, whose rank was 103 and his score was 980, was part here. So AIR 3, which Aditya got. All right, pardon me, please, for my handwriting. So AIR 3 he got. His score was 940, and he was just, his whole hard work was to get into IIC. That's what how he started his preparation. So he directly took this MTech in aerospace engineering, and he's already 1 year done in that. All right. His marks was 69.33. Yeah. His marks was 69.33 in 2023 and score was 940. Okay. So we have options. This is what you people need to understand in this. Still, we are on the higher band of score. but at least you know what IISc is doing and how you can, what things or what all options you have. Then the another option IIT also has is management program. All right, if you see, this is, I feel, is a very superb plan, but this altogether changes your whole idea of being an aerospace engineer, working in an MNC, working in Airbus, Boeing. I want to go abroad, work in a beautiful MNC, and actually make a product. But in the other hand, uh, management is always high paying, guys. It gives you high placements, it gives you high packages. I'm not going into packages in this as of now, but later we have to discuss this once we discuss the priorities, because in the end you need to get a proper job after completing the course, right? And that at that point you should know with this course what all companies will come into picture, who will come for placements in which course, and what kind of packages they offer. All these things we have to discuss before prioritizing our options. But still, 752 is for general, and similarly 687, 501, 330, and for others we have some similar numbers. So if you see the broader picture, right, for IISc Bangalore, if I try to summarize this, again, you have options for PhD and all. I'm not going into that because not many people, but there are options for PhD. Again, when I go into specific scores, right, then I will say that with this score, you can even go to ISC, or you can even go to IIT Mumbai with direct PhD, or with direct PhD options as well. So if you summarize this, right, typically IISc Bangalore works good with a score of more than 700. You have some options. For aerospace, it is typically above 800. And for other options, if you deviate a bit and if you go to masters in design, or if you go MTech in research, you can even, sorry, you can even go for slightly lower scores of somewhere around 650 and 700. All right, but let's keep aerospace engineering for focus now. So first is this. Then I have seen like IIT Madras get filled till top 20 ranks. All right, so this is the second priority. I have seen people saying that I want to go to IIT Mumbai, and I've seen some videos people saying that IIT Mumbai is the best priority, but it is not the case. If you see the cutoffs, it is not. People actually go to IIT Madras after IISc Bangalore because it has a huge and brilliant academic curriculum. Placement wise, I'm not going to say that it is very brilliant compared to Mumbai. I personally say Mumbai has better placements, but believe me, guys, it has very strong academics. It makes you a brilliant person, superb courses, superb faculties. Uh, it's actually a very, very good course for an aerospace engineer. All right. And in aerospace domain, if you see for IIT Madras, you have a cutoff of 746, which is not that low compared to ISC. If you see in ISC, it was 806. And for IIT Madras, the lowest cutoff will go for 746. And similarly for OBC, SC, ST, and the other categories. So in IIT Madras, you have direct option, which is 746 rank, and you will get into an MTech admission for 2 years. Perfectly fine, good. But this is not the only thing. The other thing is MS. And I have given a very big article on difference between MTech and MS. So if you say usually 2, 3 years, right? I have never seen people completing this in 2 years. This is written on the website. It will be 3 or more years. So I'm not disheartening you. It is very, very, very hard work thing if you want to go into MS. But this is still an option. The reason being you don't need very high score. But the problem is, or not the problem, the another thing is that you need to appear for an interview as well. So it will not happen only on your gate score. All the MTech, everything will happen only on your gate score. So no one is asking any question, no interview, nothing to prepare. You will directly get the admission. But when it comes to MS, right, you have to prepare for the interview. Interviews again depending upon your gate score, and you will have multiple options out of which you will apply. So these will be separate forms, and each form you need to fill separately for each department. You will have options for aerodynamics, applied mechanics, aerospace department, applied mechanics, machine design and thermal, ocean engineering, civil. You can apply for management, humanities, and there are multiple other options. But I don't suggest, this is only for the list. I feel the only thing for an aerospace engineer, if you really want to be in that, it should be aero and applied mechanics. Machine design is also a good option. Definitely, you will end up with a good job with this as well. But priority list should be something like this. But don't forget this, you need to fill the form for all these branches individually. So you will fill for aerospace separately, applied mechanics separately, machine design separately, if you want. The admissions for MS will be happening twice a year. So they will take this in June, July time frame, and then they will take this in winter, which is somewhere around in December. And at both the times, first you need to appear for the interview, and then you will be shortlisted. But the good thing is that with even with a score of 400 to 500, you are entering into IIT Madras, which is a beautiful institute. You can see till top 20 ranks. I'm saying this is important, guys. Top 20 ranked people will be exhausted till IIT Madras. All right, so after this, we will have an important IIT, which is IIT Mumbai. This is roughly an average, like how the trend goes. Something plus and minus will always happen. And definitely, depending upon the list, so first round list, second round list, third round list, people will cancel, they go to jobs. There are multiple, I can say, variables here. So this is just an idea, like with this score, what you can expect. So if you're in top 20, 25 people, 30 people, right, you can expect that you will get an offer from IIT Madras. And in IIT Madras, you don't have any specialization. So it is just one aerospace engineering batch, and you will be learning all the subjects in first year, and then you will have a specialization in your second year, depending upon the project. So you can go into structures domain, you can go into propulsion domain, you can go into flight mechanics, control, you can go into aerodynamics as well. So whatever field you want. Applied mechanics, MS, you can also plan. You can work in gas dynamics domain in this. So you will not be deviated from your aerospace domain, and you will also get admission in this. All right, so these are the options we have. So when I will prepare video for 400 to 500 score, right, what options you have, I will include IIT Madras MS in that. In that, I will not include MTech, because with 400 with 500 score, you will not going to get MTech in IIT Madras. All right, moving ahead. The best or the favorite IIT for students, maybe because of Bombay and maybe because of excellent, excellent faculties. They have superb structure and propulsion department, guys. Placements are excellent because there are so many companies coming in IIT Mumbai, and they give you multiple options for admissions. All right, so if I say IIT Mumbai, the first option is you can go for MTech for 2 years. And if you see, unlike IISc Bangalore and IIT Madras, they have four separate disciplines. So it is not like only aerospace engineering MTech. No. So this may you have more seats available. So you have aerodynamics, you have dynamics and control, you have propulsion, and you have structures. And once you will be filling your form, right, you need to prioritize which IIT, which course you want. I personally say, if it is not a rule, but I personally say you should go for structures. It is the easiest thing or easiest course to get you a job, because entire industry in India is working on structures only. So whether you say Airbus, whether you say Boeing, whether you say GE, they will work on structures, at least in India. I'm not saying they're not working in propulsion or aerodynamics domain, but it's very easy to get a job here. Typically, CAE jobs, which is FEM jobs and multi-body dynamics, multi-body simulation jobs. It's easy to get job in structures, but they have very powerful propulsion department. Again, in the end, you will take this call as your liking also, because someone will be a propulsion person, someone will be an aerodynamics person, someone can be a dynamics control person. So to add into this, I want you people to understand few things. If you see cutoffs here, right? As per the IIT website, anyone above 500 in general can apply. All right. So anyone who is having score of 500 above, you will get this option. You will fill it. You will get the admission. That is second thing. But at least we can fill the form with these scores with general OBC and SC/ST. All right. So this is filling the form. But who will get the admission? Getting the admission in these IITs, I'll give you this is the cutoff I have given as the rough number. So if your score for aerodynamics is 750, this is where the admission got closed last year. So at 750, there was the last admission happened at 760, then sorry, 750, then 760 for dynamics control, 850 for propulsion, and for structures it is 780. So you can see 850 means I'm talking about some top 10, top 12, 13 ranked people. So even though I've kept this as third priority, IIT Madras was having higher. If you see, IIT Madras was having 746, right? But if you see, this is 780, this is 850, 760, 750. So Mumbai got filled before IIT Madras. But I'll give you some numbers which will you will understand. So not only to this, I have one student last year. Her name was 2023 Kaushika. All right, her score was 673. All right, this was the score, and she got with the category. I'm not mentioning the category now, and she went for dynamics and control. All right. There is another person, again, I think he is OBC, yes, and he got with 582. But the thing is, with 582, he got in spot admission. Now, spot admission is a very lucky scenario. How many people cancelled at the last moment? All these things. So for this, you're not going to take call. Definitely, we will wait for spot admissions, but depending upon this, you're not going to plan your future, right? So what I'm trying to tell you is typically we can expect all these IISc, IIT Madras, and IIT Bombay typically to be filled till AIR 40 to 50. All right, if your AIR is around 40 to 50, right, you expect that this is what you're going to get. But again, first structures and propulsion will be filled. Then maybe you have an option for aerodynamics and then maybe for dynamic and control. It's not like with rank 30, you will going to get structures. Maybe it is filled before that only. You can see for propulsion cutoff is 850. So maybe just top 10, 15 people will get that. But at least we have some options. So anyone who is having score more than 700, right? We are good for 700, 750. Let's say 750. I should not say 700 also. So anyone who is having score of 750 plus, you are good to go for these three institutes: IISc Bangalore, IIT Madras, and IIT Bombay. All right. Now let's move ahead to next stage. Let's come to IIT Kanpur now. So once you come to IIT Kanpur, if you see the cutoff is low, 544 for aerospace engineering. Again, there are no divisions here. There is one short aerospace engineering. Sorry, there is a division I have written on the right hand side. If you see, you can get in aerodynamics, you can get in flight mechanics and control, you can get in propulsion, you can get in structures, and you have two interdisciplinary options, which is aerothermodynamics, and you have unmanned aerial system engineering. So you have multiple options. IIT Kanpur is uh, a good IIT, but it is very tough in academics. Scoring in IIT Kanpur is really, really difficult. But again, it's a very old and very core IIT, very close to aerospace people because it always takes huge number of people from aerospace domain. Other options in IIT Kanpur, as per your score, if you see one beautiful option again is MS. Again, in MS, you have aerodynamics, flight mechanics, propulsion, and structures. And your score anything between this, you will get a call for MS, or you will not get a call. You need to fill a form. So if your score is this, right, I always suggest to everyone, all of my students, whatever your score is, whatever you are expecting, never miss any form. Just fill it. All right. And you also have an option for PhD directly, which is somewhere around a score of 460. You can expect this to happen. I hope this is clear. So we are slowly moving towards lower scores. So this is the IT which will be filled somewhere around till 70, 75. You will get the options. I'm giving you the numbers, but many people will have two options, three options. So you will take one option, freeze it, and then the other two options will be available for later ranks also. So it is not like that till 70 it will be closed. Maybe in first round, you will get in second round, you will get in third round, and if you're lucky, maybe spot admission, fourth round, fifth round, depending upon the students filling up the seats. Okay, then we'll move ahead. Again, the next core IIT, which is IIT Kharagpur. Score for aerospace engineering, there are no specialization in this, directly aerospace engineering, and score is somewhere around 509. All right, so typically I have seen people getting even till 90 rank also, 90, 95. People will get aerospace engineering in IIT Kharagpur. Good institute, the oldest IIT, beautiful campus. Placements are also fine. Placements are not bad. It totally depends upon how you're going to upskill yourself after entering into IIT, what kind of softwares you're learning, how you are improving your presentation skills, how you are preparing yourself for interviews, and all these things. So you need to do this in IISc Bangalore also. It's not like you're an IISc Bangalore, so your placement is confirmed. You have to learn wherever you go. All right. So another option is IIT Kharagpur. So anything between 500, and you can expect something like this. Anything between 500 to 600, you have IIT Kharagpur also. Anything between 550 to 650, you have IIT Kanpur. Anything between 650 or somewhere around 650 to 750, you have option of IIT Madras and Mumbai as well. And then you have option of IISc Bangalore. So this is related to the major IITs, which we always have heard about and we always want to get into. Because of this, we started our preparation. But there are many options now, and some of the options are actually quite surprising. If you see Hyderabad, although it is not in the list of favorite IITs, but guys, see the cutoff, and this is the last cutoff, 731. They have options of MS and direct PhD also available. Other cutoffs are present here, so this is one option, but uh, definitely it is good. It depends again, upon students' priority, but you will get multiple options with score of 730 plus. So in the end, you need to take a call whether you want IIT Hyderabad or you want to go to IIT Mumbai, or whether you want to go to IIT Kanpur or you want to go to IIT Kharagpur. You will get all these options with this score. All right. Then next, you see again, score is very high, but it is not the top IIT for aerospace people. They don't feel, because it is not a top four IIT which we prefer. 703, 750, 436, 352, and they have another options also apart from aerospace engineering, which is in aerodynamics and propulsion. They have option of computational mechanics, fluid and thermal engineering. So they have multiple options. So it is not like we only have IISc in four IITs. We have IIT Hyderabad and IIT Guwahati as well. But guys, till this point, because I want to keep this video simple, I don't want to give you the information which you cannot digest. You have so much information. So keep this as an first information to you. And then once we prepare, I'm repeating this again and again because I want you people to be comfortable in this. If your score is, let's say, 650, I'm giving you an example. So I will prepare a video between 600 to 700, what all options you will get. If your score is 350, between 300 to 400, what all options you're going to get. So you will get a clear picture what you will do in next, whether you want to proceed with these colleges or you want to start your preparation again, or you want to learn some softwares, you want to enter into a job, all these things we'll see. Now I have, because it's a huge list now, guys, there is no end of IITs nowadays. So I have just listed down what all options you have. So you have IIT Dharwad, you have IIT Indore, which is an important IIT. I have written few cutoffs here. You have a good option in IIT Ropar for computational mechanics. And typically, if your score is around 550, right? You can go for that computational mechanics. All right, you can directly go for MTech here. So with score of around, if anyone is having score of 550 to 600, right, you will get this option. You will get Dharwad also, you will get Indore also. IIT Mandi is having good in robotics. They have a good program here for robotics. And typically for IIT Mandi, IIT Patna, and IIT, Ropar I have already mentioned. I have seen these cutoffs. This will go till around 450. So it's not that difficult, guys. 450, you will get an admission, and that too we are getting in an IIT. All right, definitely with 450, you don't expect IIT Mumbai. I'm saying about general category, or if we are not, or if we are very lucky, we can get in spot admissions. But that typically ends up till 500, 560, 580. But still, there is an option, IIT Patna, and I have seen for Ropar and Mandi, other IITs, you can get till 400. All right, so if your score is around 400, sorry for my handwriting. If your score is around 400, right, you can expect to get a call from these IITs. Now they will have multiple options. It is not only aerospace engineering. You have options for mechanical, you have option for civil, and there are so many other branches. I will go in detail with score videos, but as of now, you know that when your score is between 400 to 500, right, you have options. Anything above 500, if you people recall, 500, 510, we were having options of IIT Kharagpur. Then anything above this, you have also have an option of IIT Kanpur. Then above this, you have an option for IIT Hyderabad, IIT Guwahati, IIT Bombay, then Madras, and then you have IISc Bangalore. All right, so you have options from 400 also, 400, 450 to be very precise. Some IITs will give you at around 400 also. I'm saying lower cutoff. This is not the admission guarantee number, guys. This is where you are eligible to fill the forms. This is where you will get an option. And depending upon number of students, you will get, maybe the cutoff will be at 450 or maybe it at 460, 470, something closer. Then once your IITs are done, what is my next step? How I will get my admission, or what should be my score? So if you see, I have listed down. So there are few NITs which are even powerful than IITs, guys. So typical example, I have kept NIT Trichy here. So I have written somewhere around 510 score, you will get an option of NIT Trichy. Brilliant NIT, super placements, very good. Now, another example of very good NIT, guys, NIT Surat, and it has two very interesting MTechs, turbo machinery and data science. And I love this course of data science because believe me, guys, this will end up with a beautiful job. So data science here, and you have turbo machinery option and cut off. If I see from last year, two of my students got admitted here. His score was 589 when he got admission in NIT Surat for turbo machinery, and for data science it was 551. All right. I personally, I actually big fan of data science, machine learning, and AI, but still, so I'm slightly biased toward these courses because I know this is the future. This is where everyone will get a job. Even if you learn small thing, right, you will end up with a job in this domain. So I'm always biased to this, but yeah, you know your options. So if you see your score is more than 500, you can even get See, this is what I was saying. You need to understand your priority. So with this 551, 589, 510, you get an option from NIT. If you go back, right, you will also get options from some of the IITs. And if you are lucky, you will also get an option from IIT Kharagpur. Let's say your score is 550. So you get option from IIT Kharagpur. You will get an option from many of the IITs here. You will get an option from NITs. And then now it is your call which course you want to take. So institute is fine. Then you need to decide which course is good, where I will get my placements. Then you decide your priorities, how you're going to fill the form. Then NIT Warangal, if I see typically the score for this goes till 530. These three I feel are the best or having the highest scores. NIT Warangal again have two options, one in structures and the other one is machine design. You can directly go for their MTech here. Brilliant NITs. There is no question about this. You can always uh, opt for this. There is no second thought about NITs. Okay. Then you are have multiple NIT options here, and typically I suggest for this your score will be somewhere around 450. For 400 to 450, you will get the options. You will definitely get options for all of the NITs. All right, for MTech. 400, I should say. So don't worry about this. I will say 400 to 450. You will definitely get options. And depending upon this, you can fill the form. So it is not, again, I'm telling you, don't worry about the jobs. It's all what you learn. It's definitely we want to enter into highest institutes and we want to enter into the best courses. But as of now, whatever option you have, be realistic, go for that, and then you can do multiple things. Even if you want, you can start your gate preparation again, but at least stay in NITs, at least do some courses, get your stipend. You need not to worry about the money in that case, and use your time to prepare yourself. All right, and in the process, you will learn some skills as well, but you're on the safer side. All right. Okay. The next other institute which I have seen, which is very common for aerospace people, everyone knows that IIST we have and we have DIET Pune. Many of my students have gone through it through DIET. They are currently working in DRDO as well. Many IIST people placements are fine here. Many people are working in. I've seen people working in Collins Aerospace here, direct placements. And typically for aerospace people, it is a good, decent college. So I have written here 350 plus and for Diet Pune, all right, for MTech. And in IST Trivandrum, you have options for both MTech and MS in the corresponding domains and the corresponding cutoffs. So if you see, typically cutoff is 350. OBC is 315. This I am writing for general. This is for OBC and this is for SCST. You have all the options. You have multiple options. You can go for aerodynamics and flight mechanics. You can go for structures and design. You can go for propulsion. You can go for machine learning. As I told you, I'm a big fan. But still, you have an option, guys, and you can do wonders here. You cannot even imagine the package you can get if you learn things properly. If you prepare yourself right, there is no limit what you can do in this domain. And keep yourself in aerospace domain. So I'm not saying in machine learning you will be working for Apple or you will be working for Google. No, you work in your domain, you work for Airbus, but you work with machine learning tools and with machine learning software. So you're actually providing more, I can say, help to the company with these tools. You'll be doing your regular work, but now in the way of machine learning. All right. So that is altogether a separate topic, but you have an option. If even if your score is 350 plus, guys, don't worry, you have options for IST and Trivandrum as well. Apart from this, I have listed down few lists here. 350 again, you have an option. IST Shivpur, Mishra, MIT, you have IIT Bangalore. So all these are basically just to get stipend and keep on preparing. I don't suggest you to stop yourself here, but at least don't waste your time. uh, get into the admissions, learn something, learn some courses, learn some tools, learn some softwares, learn, improve your presentation skills, and by the time you also prepare for your gate exam, right? This is the overall summary. So it's not like you're not going to get anything. Everyone will going to get something because there are so many options now. And then in the end, it all boils up to what you will be doing for your next 2 years. Now, this is related to all options. So if you see, even if your rank is first, your score is 962, and even if you have just qualified, everyone will have some of the options. This is, I have written it here, but if you see, you have two options in Singapore and two options in Germany. All right, so NUS, National University, and you have NTU, which is Nanyang Technical University. You have Aachen University, and you have Technical University of Germany. All these courses, these people accept GATE. So for all other institutes, even in Singapore or Germany or per se any everywhere in the world, you need to appear for GRE, right? So except these four institutes which don't want your GRE score, they take your GATE score, valid GATE score, which is valid for 3 years, takes into account, but your minimum percentile of 90. So guys, we are talking about 900 plus score. So I'm not talking about this much because there are few bunch of people with score, maybe two, three people, at least this year. Last year, there are some more people, but at least you have options. But I don't suggest people to go to these universities with such a brilliant rank, and then you also need to spend money here, right? So even though German courses are free, you need not to give any tuition fees. But guys, you have to pay your rent, you have to pay your daily expenses. So it becomes a burden for your parents. So rather than you spending money and doing some courses, I have seen people doing GRE. It's perfectly fine. It's good. People doing GRE is good. I'm not against that. But I'm saying you need to spend a lot of money. Whereas if you're going for post graduation in Indian colleges, right? At least you're getting paid. So you are actually taking care of yourself. You don't have a pressure now that my engineering is done, what I should do now. And then you can parallelly prepare yourself for future, for jobs and or maybe for another exam, or maybe you are preparing for AFCAT. But this is a good base. All right. So I have written it down because there is an option. I don't personally like these options because it is very, very costly, and I don't suggest people to give burden to yourself, to your parents, just for doing your masters. You can definitely go for your higher PhD if you want. You can go a job if you want. From IIT, it is very easy to go abroad if you want. Then again, it is your call. Okay. Now here I have written few companies. This softwares which I'm saying, right? I'm just saying for people. I'm not saying what you should learn in IITs. I'm not saying telling you what you should learn in your free time. I'm telling you for the people, those who don't want to get into any college, or those who are not getting any college. Let's say your score is 300 and you're not getting anything. You want to prepare. I always force my students, my entire batch, to not only prepare, you should also prepare something simultaneously. So when I say softwares, right, I'm not going in detail. I've just kept this slide so that I give this introduction because I will prepare a separate video on this. But people will say learn CAD CAM. People will say learn SolidWorks. I totally say you will do, it's fine, AutoCAD and all, but you will not going to get any single job with those softwares. So when I say if you're planning to apply for a job, if you want to have, you have a gate, you have qualified the gate, so it is also present in your resume, and now you want to end into a job. So you should need skills which are required to get you the job. This is the reason I'm telling you, everyone preparing the videos, they don't have even proper experience. They have not worked in any MNC. They don't have any experience, and still they are saying that you should do this, you should do this to get the job. All right, so the softwares which typically used to easy BTech people, I have always told people that very common software in structured domain is Hypermesh. You can look into this. You can look for ANSYS because it is very easily and it is used by every industry. I'm not saying Abacus because it's slightly higher standard, but Airbus is a big fan. Everyone in Airbus uses Abacus. Maybe you have heard about the term Nastran, you have heard about the term OptiStruct, but I don't want you to bombard with everything because these are things which no one will ask you whether you know this button or not in hypermesh. They will know whether you know the basics behind this, how a tree in ANSYS works, how you will prepare a model, what all things you can do in hypermesh. Do you know all kind of meshings? Do you know what basic FEM is? That's what you need to prepare. I have a separate Instagram channel. I have separate Telegram group. In WhatsApp group, I always focus on what all things, where to start, what you should learn, from where you can learn these things. I typically give kind of quizzes. And one important thing I want every one of you, whether you are going for IIT, NIT, for direct PhD, whatever you are planning in your life, for an aerospace engineer, guys, please learn Python. This is what I want you people to have it in your resume. Believe me, if you have this in your resume, right, you have 100% more chances of getting picked up, at least for an interview, which is the major task. If you are in an interview, that is still easy. After your BTech, I have not written or I have not shown you the picture like Airbus, Boeing, and Mercedes, and different companies, which Collins Aerospace, and you can Eaton, Honeywell, because all these companies, all these MNCs will only entertain once you have a master's degree. They will not work with, or they are not, because they have so many people with masters also, right? So they don't prefer freshers in BTech. Definitely with some experience you can enter into those, with some relevant experience, but freshers, it is very difficult to get jobs in those companies. But still you have options with services options. So if you see, the major people go into TCS, Tata Consultancy Services, Tata Technologies Limited, you have HCL, you have L&T, you have many people go in L10 after their BTech, they directly go into this. Many people go into Quest Global. So these are not, I'm not saying these are smaller companies. I'm saying these are easy to enter for a BTech person, but you should know these skills. If you have this in your bucket, right? If you write AutoCAD, believe me, nothing will happen. So this we will have a separate video, what all things, how I always encourage my students to make themselves prepare for their life, like how in the end you want a job, right? Whether this after BTech or after your MTech. So in your IIT ISc curriculum also, everyone, believe me, they will make you learn Python, they will make you learn Hypermesh, they will make you learn ANSYS, you will learn this, or maybe you will go into some CFD softwares like Star CCM, or maybe you will learn MATLAB, or maybe fluid people will be doing their coding in Fortran, but something you will learn related to these topics, right? And this is, as I told you, is my favorite topic. But again, I don't want to enter into this because again, it will be a more half-hour lecture. I don't want to stretch this. But believe me, guys, stay tuned. I am actually going to post a video on how to do a transition from an aerospace engineer, or can we do it, to a data science engineer. And if we do that, whether we're going to leave our core job, no, you will be working with aerospace engineering into data science jobs, guys. And believe me, if you have 10 options here, you have 100 options here. But you should know the right skills, you should have a right degree so that you can at least get shortlisted for the interviews and so on. So I tell you how to do this transition. I have many of my students who have already done this. I will prepare videos with them only. So they have done their MTech and now they are working in Airbus, they are working in Boeing, in aerospace domain, using data sciences tools. All right, and they got easily placed with that. So this is a very big topic. We will discuss this shortly, but there is a possibility here. And now I'll just give you a brief ending to our session. So whole team of Goodwill Gate to IIT, which typically specialize in everything. So this is me. I'm from IIT Kharagpur. If you see, I have done, I'll be covering aircraft structures and flight mechanics. I have done my master's in mechanical system design, and I have given my gate through aerospace, but I got a chance in mechanical domain, so I switched into that. And then I worked in General Motors. I have worked for Mercedes-Benz for almost 4 5 years, and now currently I'm working in Jaguar Land Rover. So uh, everything I got is from Gate Aerospace. After Gate Aerospace, I luckily got chance in mechanical engineering department. So I switched the domain, and it was a good call. And yeah, similarly, we have Nishant sir. He's an IISc Bangalore, and he typically covers fluid mechanics, aerodynamics, and space mechanics portions in our batches. Gagna is in IIT Madras, and she typically covers thermodynamics, propulsion, and some portion of gas dynamics. She's an expert in that. Guneet ma'am will cover mathematics and general aptitude. She's also an IIT Kharagpur alumni. And we have Hariveer and Srinivas from NITs, which is also co-faculties of structures, maths, and thermodynamics propulsion. So it's not like only one person is doing it. They are all part of a group. Whatever doubt you have, it will be cleared at that time only. And the whole team is present, guys. There is no thing like the person is not from IIT, or it is claiming they are from IIT but they are not. So nothing like this. It's a clean, transparent team. Everyone is working to get the ranks, and the result speaks themselves. You can see the result also turning up. Okay, so this I'll be taking just 2 minutes before wrapping it up. So we have online live classes. I'll just give you a brief introduction. So we follow Monday to Friday, 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. Saturday, I have written 6 to 9 p.m., but we can do this on Sunday also. So we typically solve assignment on whatever we have solved or done in these 5 days, and doubt clearing sessions. All right. So Saturday and Sunday, I have kept for anyhow, you need to solve these assignments, right? So you need some time also. It should not be like you just keep on sitting with the classes and just keep your headphones on and just listen to the faculty. No, it doesn't work like this. You have to prepare, solve many numericals yourself. Uh, One important thing I want you people to focus here is that every Wednesday throughout the year, we will do maths class. So it's not like we will finish maths in 15 days and we will do that again in October, November for revision. No, maths and aptitude doesn't work like this. They need complete touch all the time. So we will be doing this on every Wednesday, and every fourth Wednesday we'll also do general aptitude. So this will always go in parallel, and we will cover your syllabus twice, and then the crash course, assignments, your complete classes, assignments, all these things. So there are so many things. I have so many dedicated videos explaining each and every point in detail. So I'll just quickly browse through it as of now. Again, the second option is video lecture series. I have written 500 hours, but I have uploaded so many videos now. So it is more than 650 hours now. It cover every single theory, derivation, numerical, exam problems, example problems. Whatever you feel is present in your gate is present in your video lecture series, guys. And the beautiful part is that we focus more on this, because when you're seeing videos, right, you are not talking with the faculty. So the major focus is to clear your doubts. The more conceptually you are strong, the better your results will be. You cannot learn solutions in GATE. You have to prepare yourself with the basics, because you have so many different types of multiple select questions, multiple choice, numerical answer types. So you need to be consistent with your basics. All right, this is another option. We have online test series, which is the highly recommended test series by everyone. If you ask anyone, right, even people from many other institutes, They take test series in the end because they want to brush it up. So test series is superb, very well oriented, very comprehensive, directly attacks your gate syllabus. And we have multiple types. We have mixed test, flight mechanics, structures, propulsion, fluid, maths, aerodynamics, full mock exams. And the beautiful part is that you can see you will see your reports so nicely. You can see Kundan have explained this in his session when I was having an interview with him, how he has beautifully used this online test series. All right, so this is another option. And the last but not the least, the study material books. These books are the hard copy books, guys, which you will receive at your address, whichever you are going to provide to us. This includes an handbook also, all 7 subject covered. There is a question bank involved. Every gate numerical is solved in this theory numerical. So this is one-stop solution. You need not to worry about I should go to John D. Anderson for aerodynamics some portion. I should go for fluid mechanics some portion. I should go to Karuthar for some portion. I should go for Clancy for some portion. No, it is one stop. Everything, whatever is needed, is present in these material books. All right, so this is just an overview of how we do things. So I think uh, I have given you the sufficient information to have at least some bit of understanding about what your score is and what you can expect. Now, from next video, which is not by far, I will be doing everything in coming 2-3 days only. I will be posting videos on specific score range and then what all options you have. So I will prepare that. I will post the video. Whatever doubt you have, you can always message me, guys. This is my WhatsApp detail. You can always WhatsApp and call on other numbers as well. But to directly connect with me, you can directly WhatsApp me on this. You can visit our website. You can get information about all the options. So this is how things are done here, and I hope you people will get better options. You will get better opportunities in future, and we will discuss this together. All right. So thank you so much, guys. Take care, and I will see you in next video. Thank you.